morning, Vikings, and welcome back to Viking View here at Nimitz High School. Students, is there a special someone you want to shower with flowers on Valentine's Day? If so, the class of 2019 will be selling carnations for $1 per stem during all lunches in the cafeteria, as well as before school outside of room 228. Make your plans now to say it with flowers. On a different note, 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th graders can sign up for the SAT Math Prep for free. There will be 4 sessions throughout the month of February, and it is recommended that you attend all of them. For more information, contact the email provided below. And now to the educated for sports.
Good morning, Nimitz Nation. I'm David with sports. Today, our JV baseball team will be playing against Berkeley. The game will be at Berkeley High School, and it will start at 6. Also today, our boys and girls soccer team will be playing against Irving High. The boys will be at Irving, and the girls will be here at Nimitz. The boys' favorite team start at 4:30, JV start at 6, and the varsity will start at 7:15. And the girls' favorite team start at 6, and the varsity will start at 7:30. And again today, the boys' basketball team will be playing against Hebron. They start at 5 for freshmen, 6:30 for JV, and 8 for varsity. Now back to you, Walter.
Thanks, Dave. Students, this weekend, February 8th and 9th, the Nimitz Academic Decathlon team will participate in a regional meet at Mesquite High School. The relay will be held at 2 on Saturday afternoon in the Mesquite High School main gym. The overall theme for this year is the 1960s, so all questions in a relay will concern this decade. The awards ceremony will be at 5 Saturday evening in the Mesquite High School auditorium. Attention all gaming club members. I would like to remind you to show up to the library after school at 4:20. If you're not part of the gaming club, but you still love video games, I encourage you to show up anyways. And now to Edward for Black History Month.
Thanks, Walter. Morning, Vikings. This is Edward here with the segment dedicated to Black History Month. Today's person of interest is Charles Drew. Charles Drew was a physician who studied the science of blood. His research led to improved techniques and methods of storing blood as well as blood transfusion. Not only was he the medical director of the American Red Cross Service, but his efforts and research were used to help save lives of the Allied forces in World War II. Well, that's all for today. Now back to you, Walter.
Thanks, Edward. And now to Fernando for Film Friday.
Hey Vikings, and welcome back to Film Friday. This week I'll be talking about one of the greatest directors of all time, Edgar Wright. Edgar Howard Wright was born April 18, 1974. He is an English director, screenwriter, and producer. He began making independent short films before making his first feature film, A Fistful of Fingers, which made its debut in 1995. Edgar is most famously known for his Three Flavors Cornetto trilogy, Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End. Out of the 3, Shaun of the Dead is the most fun and memorable. The movies are not canon to each other, but the only connection in between them is that Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are the reoccurring main characters. Edgar Wright's most recent film is Baby Driver, which was released in 2017 and my all-time favorite movie. The movie is a perfect example of how a car stunt should properly and practically be filmed. Take notes, Fast and the Furious. If you have not seen any of the films I talked about today, I recommend that you watch them as soon as you get the chance. Well, that's all for my segment. See you at the movies, Vikings. Now back to you, Walter.
Thanks, Fernando. Well, that's all the news for today, Vikings. I wish you a great weekend.
Hi, I'm Adam Salinas. I'm 17 years old and I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Stage 4 cancer is like the worst stage of cancer you could possibly get. One night I was out with friends and I had a sharp pain in my back and I ended up not being able to breathe, and it caught me by surprise and made me realize that it could really happen to anybody. I went to the doctor and got x-rays done, and they saw the tumor and realized they took a sample of it and realized it was cancerous, and ended up finding out that it spread to all throughout my bones, throughout my whole body. The doctor suggested immediately that I go into chemotherapy. I've gone through more than 26 rounds of chemo, and I had to go through 2 bone marrow transplants, and then I had to go through, so far, 9 rounds of immunotherapy. Every treatment was different, honestly. It wasn't like the same thing every single time. Like, one would go smoothly, and the next one could be, like, I could be sick as can be, like, to levels to where you would think you would not make it to the next day. I couldn't really give you an answer about if I'm still stage 4 or not, but I'm a lot better than I was when I was first diagnosed. Right now, Nimitz is doing a campaign and contest for individuals and the top classes who donate, and the class with the most donations will win a Olive Garden lunch with transportation provided. And also individuals who donate $50 or more also are eligible for prizes. You can play a part in helping find a cure to leukemia or lymphoma by donating today. Thank you.
Please stand for the pledge. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible,